Brian Alvarez has said in Wrestling Observer Live that he thinks this might be WWE potentially looking at a sale, getting rid of big contracts like Braun Strowman, who's at $1 million. And then we get some other people, the Blue Meanie, he was also on Twitter as well, saying Vince has to be positioned to sell the WWE, right? Dave Schilling, who's a former WWE writer, he tweeted out, I think WWE is for sale. He ended up following up saying that, they're getting their assets in a row kind of thing to maybe look at selling it, maybe to like an NBC Universal, whatever. We've talked about this before. I know you said they are not selling. Does any of the release information or stuff, does that change anything whatsoever?
Well, I mean, it's interesting that all these comments came out on the week that WWE absolutely died a brutal death in the ratings department on Raw, which sort of, if you think about it, makes it less tempting potentially to a prospective buyer. I mean, I don't know whether that really makes any difference. One rating, after all. I mean, there's so many other things that make WWE what it is. It's on course to gross $1 billion for the first time in 2021. It'll record net profits this year. So it's a fabulously successful company. For all the, grievance and bile and complaints people have to make about it, including from you and me, Kenny, but it is so successful as a company. So we never lose sight of that. And what's more, its earnings are secure for many years to come. So it will continue to be very successful in 2022, 2023. And I'm sure when those TV deals come up for renewal again, even they'll probably have done something about the ratings by then, and they'll quite possibly receive an increase on the TV rights fees when they come up for renewal, when they're put out to tender again. Now, as far as the sale goes, now I can understand them selling 49. The McMahons, the royal family, I can understand them selling 49% of WWE. Now, I can understand why they might do that to NBC, Disney, Amazon, or whomever, probably NBC, since they're partnered up with them already. So I can understand that. But any more than 49% means that then the McMahons lose control. And if they lose control, it's like the scene in Spider-Man, isn't it? Where the guy built this company. You can't replace me. I kind of have visions of Vince McMahon. Like, was it Harry Osborn in the first Spider-Man? Where he gets replaced? Yeah. I think it was Harry Osborn. Was it Willem Dafoe? That's right, yeah. You can't replace me. And we've seen that scene in so many different films where the guy who founded the firm built it up into this massive multinational is then replaced by people who think he's losing his touch. Now, it's been said more than once, Kenny, that Vince McMahon might be losing his touch. So would he really, at the age of nearly 76, put himself in a position where he could be replaced and put Paul Levesque and Stephanie in a position where they might be replaced, where the company then might not be left to their kids and Shane McMahon's kids? I mean, I'm hoping I'm going to stick around for long enough, Kenny, to see that battle between Shane's sons and Stephanie and Triple H's daughters. I mean, that's going to be something, isn't it, to behold in years to come? So, I mean, I'm just having a hard time contemplating this, imagining this. To me, this is inconceivable that they would put themselves in a position where they're not involved anymore. Because if they don't have control, then that could happen, couldn't it? That would be a possibility. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. I mean, I think the one thing in this equation that makes me think there's something to the idea is Nick Khan, who seems to be somebody who, can make deals happen, can make things happen. So maybe he is getting in the lead about doing something. I don't think that they would sell it to anybody but Universal. I think selling half of it could be an idea, because if you're selling half of it, you do still need to balance the books, right? To make the books look as good as possible. So, I mean, and let's be honest, with no disrespect to Braun Strowman, don't have $1 million on the books for Braun Strowman for what you do with him. So, that's 100% a good call to change that. But yeah, I think
Yeah,
I could see them definitely putting things together to at least not necessarily that they're definitely going to sell, but to just field what the interest level would be. What would
yeah,
people's interest be in buying half of WWE? What would that look like? And getting
yeah.
rid of these people. It sounds horrible, but getting rid of these people to make your balance sheets look a little bit healthier, kind of fits with that theory.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but I mean, maybe that's just an excuse. I mean,
Yeah,
oh,
true.
it's budget cuts. I mean, that's what they've said, isn't it? Alistair Black's come out and said that and admitted that he never saw this coming, nor did any of us, because this, Dark Father character it was only what, 6 weeks old. So, I mean, he was,
Yeah, he's the one that
astounded that
makes
this
you think. He's the one that makes you think that it's not purely budget cuts because with the other ones you can kind of see, okay, Braun Strowman, they've used him, they've got what they needed
Yeah,
out of him. Lana, it's not really, but like you say, Alistair Black, why would they be in the middle of building a story on SmackDown, having putting all this production into him, to then just go budget cuts? That doesn't really seem to add up as much.
no.